A tornado ripped through Mayfield, Kentucky, and devastated the community there. Cleanup efforts are still underway after a tornado that wiped out neighborhoods, destroyed iconic sites, and claimed the lives of nearly 80 people in the state of Kentucky alone. Novelist and Pulitzer Prize finalist Bobbie Ann Mason grew up in Mayfield, and in a special essay for CBS Morning, she reflects on the catastrophe that forever changed the place that she calls home.
I grew up right here on this farm in Mayfield, Kentucky. When I was a kid, I sat under the big trees and read Nancy Drew mysteries. After college, I moved away, but I returned often to see my parents who stayed here in the house where I was born. Mayfield was a traditional little southern town with a neat courthouse, but that's history. Just after Thanksgiving, Mayfield had a Christmas parade around the square. A celebration unprecedented in its joy and civic pride.
It's difficult to fathom how much pain there is too among many of these families.
Then, the tornado that roared through Kentucky a month ago wrecked the center of town and toppled the steeple of that courthouse and demolished most of the buildings around it.
It was merciless, unrelenting, and indiscriminate in its power.
It was shocking. Most famously, the tornado flattened the candle factory.
I closed my eyes and all I see is people hollering and screaming for help.
The devastation is worse than I imagined when I saw it on TV.
Everything was just falling on top of us. I was under there somewhere.
I'd never seen destruction bigger than one house, but this is blocks and blocks, and it goes for miles into the country. Whole neighborhoods lost their homes and jobs. People were thrust out into the unknown. At Christmas, some could go to relatives, but many were scattered at hotels and state park lodges. The tornado was an enormous trauma. Mayfield will be feeling the effects for generations. I grieve for the people here. Many blocks were small, modest houses. Rentals are scarce, and I don't know what these residents will do. The large downtown churches were gutted, but they've made do in temporary homes. A big Christmas tree rose triumphantly in front of the wrecked courthouse. So there's hope. Western Kentuckians are resilient. That's no surprise, given the farm heritage of this region. Sometimes a crop fails or a tornado blows your house away. Nature can be cruel. Mayfield got a terrible thrashing, but people here are strong, and they are busy making plans and talking about what they want their town to become. Houses are already going up. Mayfield faces so many questions. Can we restore the courthouse? Should we try to recreate the past or think boldly about the future? Challenges like technology, politics, and climate swirl around the whole world these days. With all this confusion, how can we make good choices? I hope we think hard about what sort of new town we want to make. The tornado reminded us that nothing is permanent, nothing is secure, but starting over from scratch is a great opportunity to do something just brilliant.
Speaking of brilliant, that's Bobbie Ann Mason, a novelist from Mayfield, in front of her childhood home, which was also destroyed in that tornado. A reminder that people will bounce back, and they're asking themselves, what kind of town do we want to be now?
Yeah, talk about putting a positive spin. If you can put a positive spin on that, give us an opportunity to do something brilliant. I love the word brilliant.
We have to remember from the outside looking in, there's no expiration date on pain and devastation.
That's right.
So they still need help.
You said it best, nature can be very cruel. Britain has never had a platinum jubilee.